Yesterday, I went downtown for the Families Belong Together protest. This was an action that was taking place all over the country. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you know that I don't usually do this sort of video, but I just really feel very strongly that what we're doing on our borders is completely wrong, separating families and locking up children in former Walmarts, and now we're talking about tent cities. And I just don't want it done in my name, and I hope if you're watching my videos that you don't as well. I promise I will be back to my normal videos here very soon. In fact, the very next video will be, just my normal videos, but I just felt like I needed to use this platform to get this out there. If this isn't your thing, go ahead and skip on to the next video. That's totally fine. If you find yourself needing to unsubscribe because of this video, then please do so, because we're not a good fit if this isn't important to you. So on to the video and the protest.
Families belong together. Families belong together. Families belong together.
We're at the Benton County Courthouse in Corvallis, Oregon, and we're at a gathering of Families Belong Together to protest the separation of families at our border in our detention centers. This is important, guys. This is being done in our name, and if we're not talking to our Congress people and our senators to let them know that this should not be done in our name, then we are complicit, and this is what's happening.
Families belong together. Families belong together. Families belong together. Families belong together.
I invite you to bring your hearts together with one another as we do this important work, as we share our shared values, regardless of where we're from, or who we are, our country of origin, or where we decide to worship or not worship. We are together.
As we started with the opening centering words, it occurred to me that in this community, so many of us know each other. We greet each other by name. We are a family. And we are here to talk about families on the front steps of our courthouse, which is a symbol of justice. Our family asking for justice for all families. The events of the last 2 months have been overwhelming. I just didn't even have words for Jeff Sessions' argument that what we are doing to children, little children, is biblical. I want you to think about what this really means in terms of real children, not theoretical children, not pictures in a newspaper, not pictures in a magazine, real children. Over a 2-week period, 700 children were removed from their families. 700 children, some of them infants and toddlers, taken from the moms and dads that they knew after they fled a place where they weren't safe. They were coming for safety. They were ushered into a place that had giant banners that said, "Sometimes you lose the battle but win the war." What does that even mean? And don't forget, you will be here forever. What does that mean, and what is that message to a child that is terrified because they have been taken away from their mother, being told that they are taken away to being given a bath? Almost 700 children. If we went and took all of the children at Jefferson Elementary School and all of the children at Muddy Creek Charter School, and we removed them from our community and removed them from their mothers and their fathers, that still wouldn't be the number of children that were taken in our name in just a 2-week period. Now when I stop and I'm getting emotional. When I stop and I think about this, it is incredibly overwhelming, because I wonder, what is it that we can do? What is it that we can do to make a difference? So first, it's not normal, it's not biblical, and the next part is really important in a community like this. This is not partisan. This isn't about Democrats or Republicans or independents or non-affiliated voters. This is about people. This is about our country and who we want to be and what we want to be. It doesn't matter who is doing this. What matters is it's wrong, and we have to acknowledge that it's not the first time that it's happened. It's just happening more now. And what we now have to do is be witness to that. Part of not making it normal, not making it partisan, is being witness to it. Make sure that everyone that you know knows. Every day wake up and find out, do you know how many kids were taken today? We should all know that number. And we should all ask questions and not stop asking questions, like Jeff Merkley did last week when he went to that Walmart. And he asked to go inside, because one thing I know is that when we take little children and put them in dark buildings and don't let anybody see what's happening inside, good things are never happening inside. If adults can't see it, children shouldn't have to live it. That just makes no sense. And the last thing that we can do is not get tired from being overwhelmed. It's very easy to just give up because it's too horrific to think about. But this does not just affect people on the border in Texas, in California, and Arizona. It affects us right here in Oregon. Some of these fathers and mothers are being brought here to Oregon, to our federal prison. We have families in our community that are terrified. What does a zero tolerance policy mean? Is someone going to knock on your neighbor's door tomorrow and prosecute a 2-year-old?
Families belong together.
We have someone yelling back at us.
So with that, moving on to the next speaker, keep speaking, don't stop talking, don't stop asking questions, and don't get tired of this, because there are people that are counting on us to say that we cannot be tired of it. And the very last thing, when they say that it's biblical, that we are going to make this country a great place for all people, 1 John 3:18, dear children, let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth. Families belong together. Let's get them back together.
It's easier once you go, so it can find your members of Congress for you. The more you use it, the more actions are opened up. It eventually will send your text as letters to the editor. It will tweet them out. The 2 is just 50409. The message is resist.
Okay, everyone is sending messages to their Congress people and representatives. Cards to our representatives, Senator Wyden, Senator Merkley, and Congressman DeFazio. All right, the rally is over. People are taking their actions. They're writing postcards, they are donating, and they are sending Risistbot messages. I'm going to put some links down in the show notes so that you can see how you can make a difference in this action as well. This is Joni with TheGalavan. Please speak out.
Families belong together. Families belong together. Families belong together. Families belong together.